Hello, I'm here at the Superfan Comic-Con with
Ballantyne
and Katie Griffin.
And you may know them better as Sailor Moon and Sailor Mars. So tell us about your experience on working on Sailor Moon. Did you think it would ever be this popular?
Well, when I started on, I was a third Sailor Moon, and it was pretty darn popular already then. I had no idea at the time, though, the longevity it would have, and that to this day, that people would still be going, ah, Sailor Moon.
Really? And
yeah, and I had no idea either, except that I went to get some stuff downtown, and there was a store action-packed with Sailor Moon merchandise, and that's when I kind of knew, wow, I think this kind of is popular.
It is, but your first Comic-Con that you were invited to, I mean, how was your reaction? Did you expect all of it, or did it just blow you away?
I thought, when I went to my very first Comic-Con, that people would sort of go, eh. And so the very first person that walked over to me, I didn't know what to expect, and I was all nervous. And the first person that walked over to me saw my pass, and it said, you know, special guest, and they looked at my pass, then they looked at me, and they looked back down at my pass and said, Ballantyne, Sailor Moon. Now I've met 2 Sailor Moons. And then she just sort of walked away, and I went, if this is what it's going to be, I'm just fine with it. And then after that, it was insane. People were coming over to us crying and going crazy.
Crying?
Oh yeah, we had a lot of people coming over to us crying. It's a pretty emotional thing for them.
It's a pretty big deal. We have the best fans ever. Sailor Moon fans are hardcore, and we love it. Yeah.
Most of them dress up as Sailor Moon characters.
A lot of them do, and when they dress up as Sailor Mars, I go, substandard.
There are a lot of Sailor Mars fans. A lot of fans.
There are a lot of Sailor Mars fans. There's a lot of Sailor Everything fans.
Yeah. It's true.
Wow. And did you, I already asked that, but when you were doing the animation, it was originally done in Japanese, right?
Yep.
So you have to like lip sync or try to lip sync after the fact?
Yes, we do.
Oh wow, it's just like we're watching a Sailor Moon episode. Thought so.
It's called dubbing. It's sort of like karaoke. That's the most basic explanation of what we had to do, because we would watch the words cross the screen, and we would have to just say them as soon as they hit the margin. It's like doing karaoke.
But was the words actually what was said in Japanese translated, or you just like?
It was already translated for us. We actually knew very little about what was happening with the series, because we didn't get the scripts ahead of time. So we would show up and say the lines, and then by the end we were sort of like, okay, what just happened? What just happened in that episode? Okay.
Because we would literally be doing only our lines. We wouldn't get to watch everything else that was going on. We would say our lines, and then they'd fast forward to the next part. And you might be in the first 5 minutes of one show, and then in the last 5 minutes of the same show. Yeah. No idea what went on in the middle.
Wow.
Chaos.
Yeah.
Pure chaos.
Yep.
And when you finally watched the show, you went,
it was like,
oh,
that's why I said that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I watched an episode. It was kind of like, you know, not what I expected. I expected more fighting and stuff, but it was more like trying to set some girl up with some guy.
There was a little bit of that. There was a lot of fighting, though. I feel like you missed. I feel like that episode, whatever. Maybe it was a 2-parter that you watched.
No, thankfully it was not.
There was usually a lot of fighting. We saved a lot of lives.
Yay.
It was mostly fighting. In fact, they would save all the fighting scenes to the end because it's so physically draining on us and on our vocal cords that we would throw them all at the end, and we record that, and then, you know, we'd be like, doing all the punch scenes and stuff like that.
That does make sense.
Yeah.
All right, now do you have one last thing to say to all the Sailor Moon fans out there?
We love you, and we love you, and we hope that the new dub that they're going to be coming out with at some point, which probably won't be us, is going to be right up your alley.
To your expectations, and thank you for being so supportive to us. We really appreciate it. This show means a lot to us, and yeah, we're really hopeful that the new series lives up to it, because it's a good show. Awesome. Thanks for watching, everybody.
I got them to go evil. I win. So really, who's a fan of who? Sailor Moon a fan of Elvis, or Elvis a fan of Sailor Moon?